Hi, welcome to SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. He's Mike Brenner. We are the odds couple, and we are talking right now with Joe Gavazzi from JoeGavazziSports.com. Yep. It's Wednesday, April 12th. We're looking at some baseball games that go tomorrow on the 13th, and the game we're going to take a look at now is Pittsburgh and Boston. And, you know, Mike Brenner, when we did our previews right before the season started, I was wondering how huge of a favorite line we would see Boston day in and day out, and we have seen that with Chris Sale starting, but with some of these other starters,
it's been rather low.
Not really huge lines. And look at today's game against Baltimore, for example, they're just minus 130.
I know.
Against Ubaldo Jimenez.
I know. And I felt the same way, Pete. And by the way, both of us are off to a good start in baseball, so let's keep that in mind. But you're absolutely right with that.
Yeah, and looking at tomorrow's line, the opening line I'm seeing is about minus 140 for Boston against Pittsburgh. You got Eduardo Rodriguez, a live arm. He was tipping his pitches last year a little bit, but we're thinking that he might have figured out some of his issues. And Chad Kuhl on the other side of Pittsburgh, a decent guy, but nothing overpowering. And once again, I'm thinking that I'm on Boston today, and I'm thinking that at minus 140, I would definitely be on Boston tomorrow against Pittsburgh.
I think so too. And you know, we talked about it. Pittsburgh started out of the gate slow, and still they're not consistent offensively. I think, and I would not have thought at all that there would have been this low a line. All right, with Sale, I knew it would be high, but I also thought it would follow suit, especially with the lefty Rodriguez going. And I remember last year with the tipping of the pitches. But Pete, I can't back the Pirates right now, especially on the road. I like them today as well, and I think they're going to cash tomorrow at minus 140. Wouldn't be surprised if that goes up after today's result.
I'm guessing that as well. Joe Gavazzi, what do you think about this one? Boston too big, too small of a favorite once again?
I agree with you guys completely on this one as well, and I too will be shocked if this line stays at 140. But we've got another take on this game. Actually, if you guys will hearken back to last week, we had a couple of good recordings here for you last week, but one of them was a rainout in this very matchup between the Pirates and Boston, and in this very pitching matchup, Kuhl versus Rodriguez. Well, Boston's been a little bit under the weather, physically that is, and now they're just starting to come back to health. Maybe that's the reason why the lines are a little bit thin on Boston right now, but as they get healthier, and I think they may well be today, I think this is when they're going to really start to pound the ball. Currently, if you look at the OPS ratings of the Pittsburgh Pirates, they are ranked 28th in both pitching and batting, and they're playing like it. They've only 3 victories all year, and those were at home when they had to sweat out a couple of them against the lowly Atlanta Braves. So hasn't been pretty for the Pirates, who lost a pair to Boston earlier in the week up here. This, I said, the makeup game. And, of course, they just got throttled by the Cincinnati Reds, combined 13-3 in the first 2 games, Monday and Tuesday this week. However, rather than laying the money line, we're going to take a look at the run line numbers. Again, an article that I posted at the beginning of the season, and one worthwhile to review. Boston Red Sox are a perfect 3-0. That is, when they win games at home, they win them by 2 or more runs. And, in fact, the last year plus now, 73 of 93 Boston Red Sox home wins have come by 2 or more runs. In a park that's suited to their hitting, and with the better offense, we must lay the runs and take the generous underdog price with Boston in this matchup of Erod and Kuhl.
All right, sounds good to me. That's the way I'm thinking as well. I'll probably be on this one tomorrow. We'll see. What do you think?
That's got run line and alternative run line written all over it with a stat like that for home wins. But doesn't surprise me, and I think what Joe said, Dr. Joe, all right, these guys are getting healthy. They had the flu. They had a lot of weird things happening. But I think his team's going to pick up steam, and from what I'm seeing from the pitching, besides David Price, I like it. So Pittsburgh, they're in a rut. And, Joe, you're close to them up there. You ought to go over there and have a team meeting.
I look right down on the stadium for where I am, high above the city. So, yeah, we're in a good point here to look at the Pittsburgh Pirates. Often can hear their games.
All right, Joe, tell us about your website, JoeGavazziSports.com.
JoeGavazziSports.com. Check out the articles that I put up there. Put up there at least one every week. And, of course, I want you to look at the money management article as well. That's always important. Absolutely a key entity up there on the website, JoeGavazziSports.com.
All right, thanks,
All right, get it done, Joe.
Well, this episode of The Odds Couple is over. But if you give us a like and click SBR's logo at the bottom of the screen to subscribe, then you'll get all the upcoming videos as soon as they come out. And don't forget to take advantage of our website. There's free picks, live betting lines, and sportsbook reviews and ratings guides, and a whole lot more. Check it out now.